Hey, 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 hey. Who's in the house, yo? Hey, hey. Welcome everyone to another deadline stream on this channel. Good morning, everyone. First of all, hopefully you had a really nice week and now you're ready for some FPL tips and chat about what's gonna happen in game week 34. Max Edits, how are you? Thank you so much for joining the stream. Please let me know if you're still here. So, hi, good morning, Max Edits. How are you? So, let's start a little bit with your question. So, I saw you want to captain a differential if possible. So, that's my understanding. Now, yeah, I think that Mohamed Salah is the best captain, but obviously he is not a differential. So, it really depends. Are you on free? Which are your choices for captaincy? I think that Cunha, obviously Isak is a more differential captain than someone like Mohamed Salah. If you want to, this would be my order. Uh, Mohamed Salah first one, Alexander Isak. Someone like Cunha could be a really nice differential captain if you want. But yeah, we're gonna talk a little bit more in a minute about all the good players. Please let me know also, guys, if everything is working out. Is the audio okay? Can you hear me okay? Yeah, hopefully it's fine. I'm still waking up a little bit, so yeah. Yeah, really excited for Gamic Blank Gamic 34. It's gonna be my last opportunity to use a chip. This is my last chip. I'm using my free this Gamic, so yeah. Um So yeah, this is my last opportunity to gain some rank, I think, this season. This is my last chip. A lot of people are gonna have also other chips in the last part of the season, so we need to see uh, how my rank is gonna be at the end of the season. Now, my target, obviously, at the moment is to try to get into that 1000k. That would be awesome. I'm not on free, sadly. I have sales, trippier, injury. Okay, so from those players, uh, yeah, I think that more people are gonna captain Mohamed Salah than Isak. So I think that if you wanna go different, Isak is a perfectly fine captaincy option. He's playing at home against Ipswich, so he has a better fixture than Mohamed Salah. Let's be honest. And if Isak was performing a little bit better in the last game, it's probably everyone was would be looking to captain him instead of Salah, but yeah, I think that he's a perfectly fine option. I'm still not decided about my fleet. I mean, there are so many options to go for this gaming, so I don't know. I'm pretty much set up on the core players. I don't want to go too different because my rank at the moment is okay. Uh, but yeah, I there are those questions uh, tied up to if I want to go to a Newcastle midfielder, if I want to risk it a little bit, Barnes was on my team for a lot of time this week in my free team, so I think that he could be a great option. I'm just not sure if I want to risk it now with that Gordon is back fit. But yeah, let's just jump to my team. Okay, that was the wrong screen. Okay, so this is how my team is currently lining up for Game Week 34. I'm using my Freet. So it's active, my last chip of the season. Now, yeah, you're gonna see these players on pretty much every other content creator. I'm pretty set up on my forward line, I think, at the moment. Isak and Cunha for sure, they are gonna be in my team. And Raul Jimenez now with the news that Rodrigo Muniz is out. I just wanna go with him. It's not like he's gonna be a big differential, Raul Jimenez, but I think that not all the people are gonna have him. Obviously, those people who are not free hitting, I don't think that they are gonna go for Jimenez. So yeah, maybe a little bit different pick. Uh, and as you can see at the moment, I have double Newcastle defense. Now, as I said before, I was on Trippier, Barnes, and Isak pretty much all week. But I'm just not sure about the minutes of those midfielders from Newcastle. So Murphy, Gordon, and Barnes. Any one of those could be benched, and I'm not sure if I want to take that risk. So yeah, that's the question. But I would love to go for someone like Barnes, and maybe if that's the case, I could go for someone like Cucurella in defense instead of Trippier, or obviously just play Leno, like how was my original plan. So Leno in goal, um, the defense Trippier, Anuary, Robinson, double up on Fulham defense, and just go with Barnes instead of Mbeumo, I think, at this point. Thanks. Just making sure because Salah and Isak are both on Meh form. If I was to go for Barnes due to his form, Gordon could play right winger. Surely I would go Barnes, but minutes risk. Um, is Luis Diaz a sure start? If not, can I play Elanga over him? I mean, I suppose. Thanks for joining first. Potential difference. Thank you so much for joining the stream. It really means a lot. Now, I suppose you're not using your free. So I think that if you have Luis Diaz, you just need to start him. Now, is there a guarantee that he's gonna start against Spurs? Not really. Nobody can guarantee you that. There is that possibility that he could be benched, but from my point of view, I'm a Liverpool fan, for example. I don't know if that matters a little bit, but I think that Liverpool could win the title this game week. They are gonna play the strongest 11, and I just think that Luis Diaz is part of that. Now, what the advantages of going with Luis Diaz is that you have two options. He could start left wing, or he could start as a number 9. So the only possibility for Luis Diaz to be benched is if that Gakpo is gonna start left winger and Jota is gonna start as a number 9. Now my predicted lineup would be with Gakpo, left winger, and Diaz, number 9. Uh, I think that if you want to go for a midfielder from Liverpool, the safest option, not called Mohamed Salah, obviously, is going to be Luis Diaz. But yeah, there's always that opportunity that he could be benched. But yeah, I just think that he's a great option. I think that I'm going to keep him. And Max said it, as you said, with the midfielders from Newcastle, there is a risk. Now, I think that Barnes is gonna start, honestly, but you're just gonna have that thought in your mind that they could line up with Gordon on the left and Murphy on the right. Now, Murphy also he could be benched, so they could start with Gordon and Barnes on the right, or even Barnes and Murphy. Now, if I was 100% sure, or at least 90% sure, if either Gordon or Barnes is gonna start, I would just pick them on my free, because I think that the fixture is just great, and I think that you should try to attack that fixture, Ipswich, from an attacking perspective. But yeah, I just don't know if I want to take the risk, and it's not like going with double Newcastle defense is a bad idea, because they have the best chance to keep a clean sheet, I think, this season, even better than Liverpool, for example. So yeah, a Liverpool defender could also be an option here. It's a good team. Do you think Larson is a minutes risk as of Cunha? No, I don't think. Because Strand Larson is playing as a number 9. He played amazingly last game weeks. I just think that you could argue that Larson is a better pick than Cunha, to be honest with you, because his statistics are better than Cunha. He has more opportunities to score goals, but I just want to go for Cunha because he's on penalties, on set pieces, and he's really good for bonus points also. So yeah, pretty much that's the thing. And he's the best player from Wolverhampton, so that's, yeah, just another thing. Now, thank you so much, guys, for turning up so early to the stream. I really appreciate it. And yeah, leave a like if you enjoy this stream. Leave a question, a comment if you want me to answer. Now, my team is not locked in at the moment. I'm still gonna think. I still have some one, two, maybe three decisions to make till the deadline. But yeah, I'm in a good position at the moment this season. This is my best overall rank, I think, ever in FPL. So I want I want to go a little bit different on the free, but also I don't really want to risk too much, because I want to gain some rank and not lose, obviously. So yeah, my target at the moment is to try to get into that 1000k. I'm 15 or 16 points behind that, so I think that I don't need to go full differential to achieve that. Now that would be an awesome target, but yeah. Also, one lame question: do you play FPL Challenge? No. Honestly, I just didn't play. I'm concentrated maybe too much on normal FPL, so I wasn't really interested in FPL Challenge. Now maybe someday I will give it a try, but at the moment, no, I'm not playing it. But if I can help you, I don't know exactly all the rules from FPL Challenge, but yeah, I maybe I could give you some advice about some picks. Uh, I need to check. I think that Newcastle is the first fixture, right? Today. Now, usually we don't get good early team news from Newcastle. So, okay, now, so Chelsea against Everton is the first fixture of the week. So, probably we're not going to get any Newcastle news if anyone is interested in who's going to start, Barnes, Murphy, or Gordon. So, yeah, I wouldn't put my hopes that we're going to get something today. Uh, but yeah, hi Dimish Pamnani, thank you so much for joining the stream, really means a lot. How are you and good morning firstly. Play Iwobi or Raul Jimenez. I am 99k, want to end up in 50k. Now obviously if you want to go totally different, Iwobi is gonna be a more of a differential than Raul Jimenez, but I just think that if you want to go for the better pick, I think that Jimenez is the one. He's on penalties, he's the striker. Rodrigo Muniz is out of this game, so yeah, I would just play Raul Jimenez honestly if I was in your place. Now about my team, yeah, I'm just gonna say it. Mohamed Salah is gonna be my captain. So as I said before, I still think that he's the best captaincy options. The captaincy option also in terms of safety and maintaining rank. But the fixture is great. Liverpool need a draw to win the title tomorrow against Tottenham. I think that they are gonna go obviously to try to win that game. I think that there are some goals in that game. They are predicted to score to be the highest scoring game. So Liverpool are predicted to score more points than Newcastle, for example, who are playing against Ipswich at home. I know Mohamed Salah wasn't great in the last game weeks. He didn't score a lot of goals. He didn't score an open play goal for a long period of time. But I think that this is the perfect game for him to do something. And yeah, I think that he is the best captaincy option. After that, Isak is a perfectly fine option. Now, a lot of people probably are gonna ask me why I have Cole Palmer in my team, and yeah, I have a lot of reasons to have Palmer. I know he was really bad in the last period of time. He has probably a mental problem because he's still the same player. He's just not delivering at the same rate like he used to in the start of the season. But I'm just not forgetting that he scored. He's still the third scoring midfielder in FPL after Mohamed Salah and Mbeumo. So he's still a great player. I think that in one fixture he could do great damage. Another positive is that Tarkovsky is gonna be out for the season. Um, Everton are a good defense in the recent weeks. At the moment, but yeah, Tarkovsky is gonna be a big miss for them. Probably Keane is gonna play as a center half, so that's another positive for Palmer. He's on penalties, he's on set pieces. He's the main man for Chelsea. They are playing at home. They are playing better at home. Also, I think that, and also the part is, not everyone is gonna have Palmer in their teams. I think that this is also a nice opportunity to try to gain a little rank with Cole Palmer. We know that he can score double digit goals. Uh, he's one of the fewest players in FPL. He has uh, that potential to score more than 10 points in one game. So there aren't many players who can do that. But yeah, I understand. If you don't want to go for Palmer, if you think that he's just bad and his form was really bad, then yeah, I understand. You don't need to go for him. There are a lot of good midfielders, starting with Luis Diaz, Jota, Mbeumo, Clivert. Even someone like Mitoma is a nice option for this game. So yeah, there are a lot of options. Murphy if you want, Gordon if you think that he's gonna start. So nobody is forced to go for Cole Palmer, but yeah, I see a lot of people not liking this pick, and honestly, that just makes me more safe about my pick at the moment. Now also, I need to decide. As you can see, I have Clivert on my bench, so I'm not really sure which way I'm gonna go. Mbeumo against Nottingham Forest away, Clivert against Manchester United at home. I think that Clivert has the better fixture, obviously. Also at home, Manchester United are not really interested in the Premier League. They are gonna focus on that semi-final in Europa League. So, yeah, who is a better Chelsea pick then? Uh, I don't think that I would go for other picks from Chelsea now. Obviously, you could go for Nicholas Jackson if you want, but I just think that we have so many good forwards, and I don't know if I would target that. Now, obviously, if I was to go for a Chelsea midfielder, I would just go for Palmer, honestly. Uh, and yeah, in defense, Cucurella is for me the best option. I wouldn't go for Rhys James. I mean, you can go for other players like Sanchez, Reece James if you want, but I just think that Cucurella is the safest one. He has also some attacking threat. We know that he scored some goals. So yeah, but from Chelsea midfielders, I don't know if I would really go for any other than Palmer. You could go for Nkunku, he's back in training, but there's that risk. You don't know if he's gonna start. I would just pick the penalty taker at this point, and maybe Nicholas Jackson if you really want to go super different on your free. How's this for a free? Hi Rayan bin Mohsin, thank you so much for joining the stream. Really appreciated. Hosesa, I really like the pick Hosesa. You could argue that his Wolverhampton are more likely to keep a clean sheet than Fulham. Maybe they are playing at home against Leicester, and maybe Leicester are even worse than Southampton at the moment. So I like that pick. But make sure you have a good backup goalkeeper just in case Hosesa is not gonna start. Enury, Trippier, Sessegnon, Salah, Barnes, Luis Diaz, Iwobi, Isak, Cunha, and Raul. Yeah, I really like those picks. So not I'm gonna like a lot of free drafts. There are a lot of possibilities to go. Now with Sessegnon, let's talk a little bit about him. I think that he's the player with the most upside from Fulham. So if you wanna go a little bit different, if you wanna try to catch that upside, obviously Sessegnon is playing as a right winger at the moment. But the thing is, if you're not prepared to risk it, then just buy someone like Robinson. I like him. I like Sessegnon, but Harry Wilson is back in training. I mean, he's back in the team. He was on the bench last game week. Uh, the name Marco Silva, the coach from Fulham, just said that Wilson, they're gonna see if he's gonna start or if he's gonna be on the bench again. But the risk with Sessegnon basically is that uh, I think that he's gonna start personally, but I'm not so sure if he's gonna get 60 minutes. And I know that yeah, maybe it doesn't matter if he's gonna get 60 minutes because he could get one goal or two goals and or two assists or something like that. So it doesn't really matter if he's gonna get that clean sheet. Uh, but I would just prefer my defender to have the chance to get 60 minutes before picking him. Now that's just me, obviously taking into consideration my rank and my uh, I don't really want to take a lot of risk on my feet. I think that he's a great punt. Yeah, I don't want to put anyone off of going Sessegnon. I That's just my opinion. In my rank, in my situation, I prefer to go for someone like Robinson, who I know is gonna start and play probably 90 minutes. He has a little bit attacking threat now. Obviously, if you're catching, if you wanna go different, just go Sessegnon. On a free, I think that's okay to take a punt. So I really like your team. Barnes, Luis Diaz, Iwobi. I wouldn't go again for Iwobi, but I assume you're trying to go really different. I think that there are a lot of midfielders better than Iwobi, so that's why I wouldn't pick him. But I understand it's against Southampton away. The fixture is great, but Iwobi is just not my type of player in FPL, for example. So his expected goals and expected assists are not something to so amazing. So he's not really getting a lot of chances to score. But that's also because pretty much his goals are coming from long distance shots and those kind of things. How about Evan Nilsson or João Pedro? João Pedro is not gonna play this game, so be careful. Potential difference. Don't pick João Pedro. If you wanna go for a Brighton attacker, you could buy someone like Welbeck. There are a lot of good strikers this game, so you pointed out really good. Someone like Evan Nilsson, he has the best expected data. He has the most goal threat from all the strikers this week in the recent weeks, obviously, and I think that he's a great option against Manchester United at home. Um, yeah, I think that he's great. I'm just gonna go for this front line probably Isak, Cunha, and Raul Jimenez because Rodrigo Muniz is out now. It's not a guarantee that Jimenez is gonna play 90 minutes also, even if even that Rodrigo Muniz is out. but he's on penalties and he's playing against Southampton away, so I really want to take that punt. But Evan Nilsson is a really nice option if you want to go there, and also Welbeck. But again, don't buy Joao Pedro because he got a red card last gaming, so he's banned for gaming 34 at least. Okay. Um, yeah, we're gonna take a look in a minute. I just want to make sure I put the deadline. Where is it? Okay. So we're almost 2 hours left till the deadline. Okay. Good. So the deadline is correct, at least in this deadline stream. So we're 2 hours left till the deadline. Now we're not gonna get probably any team news. Now maybe for Chelsea, if you're interested in those players. Um, okay, good. So let's just take a look at some of the best players this game week. If we go in the FPL squad hub and we take a look at the players, just pick gaming 34. So these are, let's just pick forwards because we were talking about forwards. Now obviously this is just a metric, so it's not gonna be like this, but if you're struggling a little bit to make a decision which forwards to pick, maybe that can help you a little bit. Now obviously Isak and Cunha are predicted to score the most points this gaming. The fixtures are great. On the third place is Raul Jimenez and Strand Larsen. So I think that Strand Larsen is another great alternative. If you want to go maybe a little bit different, just buy both of Cunha and Strand Larsen. I think that's perfectly fine strategy. Wood is another good player this gaming on penalties, playing at home against Brentford, which is a team who are conceding a lot of chances. Evan Nilsson, again, a really nice option. Wisa, I wouldn't go for Wisa, honestly, on the free, although I think that Nottingham Forest, to be honest with you, conceded a lot of chances against Spurs, and Spurs are playing really bad at the moment, so they are not defending the same at the moment like they used to in the start of the season. They are still a great defense, don't get me wrong, but in the last game weeks they weren't amazing. And yeah, next we have Welbeck, and probably I wouldn't go for Vardy. So this is pretty much the picks we have to consider for the forward plays. Welbeck, I think that he's a great punt. I think that he's gonna be a really good differential for this game week. He's gonna be on penalties in the absence of Joao Pedro. So yeah, I think that he's great. Now here, if you're using the free, it really depends uh, how different you wanna go because you have a lot of options to pick from. My team is not gonna be full of differentials, so Uh, yeah, Raul Isaac Cunha probably is gonna be the most template uh, forward line you're gonna see. Uh, yeah, Mohamed Salah is gonna be on a lot of teams. Luis Diaz is gonna be owned a lot. Robinson, Ainuri. Now Trippier, I don't know. I don't think that his ownership is gonna be huge at the moment. But yeah, everyone is gonna go in goal with Pope or Leno or Hosesa maybe. But yeah, pretty much these are not differentials. But I explained earlier why I don't want to go really different. I want to pick my players who I think that are great picks, and uh, where where the risk is worth taking, I'm gonna take it. But uh, if I was to pick between someone like let's say Raul Jimenez and and Wood, I would just go for Raul Jimenez because he has the better fixture. Now, yeah. Hmm. Now, what I can do with my team, as you can see, I have Pope and Trippier. Maybe you're uh, asking why I've got with minus Semenyo because he's always disturbed Man United defense. Yeah, I mean Semenyo is a great pick also against Manchester United. I would just pick Clivert because he's on penalty, so it's not really much too much into it. Uh, Semenyo now he wasn't. I think that he scored in the last game, but he wasn't performed amazing in the last gamings, and I don't know if I wanna. Maybe because he was in my team for a lot of time and he blanked a lot of games, but I don't know. I think that Semenyo, Evan Nilsson, Clivert, all of these are good options against Manchester United. Even someone like Kerkez, if you want to go for him, he has attacking threat. I think that Bournemouth has a good chance of keeping a clean sheet against Manchester United, but I don't know. I will just go with the penalty taker, which is Clivert. Now, if we go again and take a look, let's see for all the sections. So obviously, Mohamed Salah Palmer is the second player, the midfielder with um, the second most predicted points to score this game week. Barnes is the third one, so that's why I'm really tempted to go for someone like Barnes. Now, obviously, not just because of that, he played really good in the last game weeks. He scored a lot of goals, but maybe this is also a good opportunity to rest someone like Barnes. And we know that Gordon is the first choice left winger usually for Eddie Howe. So there is that risk that Barnes is just gonna be benched. Now, I I would predict that Barnes is gonna start based on his performances in the last gamings, but uh, yeah, Gordon is back. He was on the bench for the last two games or something like that. And I just think that at some point he needs to start. And this is, again, maybe the best opportunity for them to give Gordon a start. Luis Diaz, Mbeumo, Semenyo, as you said, it's not much between Semenyo and Clivert, as you can see. Uh, but yeah, Murphy is predicted to score more points than Gordon. Now, obviously, that really depends if he's gonna start Gordon and Murphy because either one of Gordon or Barnes, I think that they are better picks than Murphy. Honestly, I know that Murphy scored a lot of points recently, but and his ownership is also higher. Uh, but I just think that the other two are better if they are gonna start. Mitoma, as I said before, he's a really nice option also. Joao Pedro is also out, so Mitoma maybe is gonna get more attacking threat this gaming. Diogo Jota, if you really want to take a punt, I think that he could be a better pick than Luis Diaz, but to be honest with you, his form wasn't great when since when he came back from the injury. So and also his minutes are could be more reduced than for someone like Luis Diaz. Um, Trent worth the money now. Obviously, we know that Trent is worth the money. He's the best defender pretty much in FPL when he's playing. But the reason why I'm not going with Trent is because the risk is there for him to not play 60 minutes. So Arne Slot talked a lot about Bradley and Trent in his press conference yesterday, but he really didn't get us any information regarding who's gonna start. So he said something like, uh, Bradley needs to start more games, and he's also close to playing 90 minutes every gaming. But he also said that when Trent is here, it's gonna be pretty hard for Bradley to be in that starting 11. So what we uh, can take from that conference is that obviously Trent Alexander-Arnold is the better player, and when he's fit, he's gonna start instead of Bradley. So I would avoid Bradley. If you have him, I would just play him and risk it. But honestly, I just think that Trent is gonna start honestly against Spurs in the game, which could be the title decider for Liverpool. But I don't know if he's fit enough to play 60 minutes. Now, probably he is, but I don't want to take that risk. I think that the fixture is great. With Trent, you know that we can rely on him for attacking threat. And Liverpool have a good chance of keeping a clean sheet. But again, it's not impossible for Spurs to score. So yeah, I think that he's worth the money, but if you're ready to take that risk, he could be subbed off in the second half. So he could play just 45 minutes, he could play just 55 minutes. I don't think that he's gonna play 90 minutes. That's what I'm pretty sure about. So yeah, I obviously if he's gonna start, I think that Trent is a great option. I'm just not ready to take that risk on his minutes. So that's the only reason why I don't have Trent in my team. If I was sure he's gonna play and play 90 minutes, uh, I would have Trent in my team. So yeah, I think that he's worth the money. Also, on a free hit, uh, it's not so hard to get someone like Trent. You can just buy cheaper players on your bench. um, yeah, so we're gonna take a look also at the other players who are predicted to score more points this gaming. Now, if we go there, let's see the defenders. So, Ainery, maybe a little bit surprising, maybe not. He has a great fixture, I agree with that, and he has good a good chance of keeping a clean sheet. But also, he's the most attacking defender probably from Wolverhampton, and maybe not from this list because Trent is maybe a little bit more attacking. But yeah, Ainuri Cucurella is predicted to score the second most points this game. Trent Alexander-Arnold, Trippier. Now I wouldn't go for Chaloba or Colwill. Honestly, I think that's pretty much boring on the free hit. Now, if you have them in your team, obviously you just keep them and play them. But I wouldn't go for them on a free hit. Burn Livramento. You could argue here that Livramento has more attacking threat than Trippier in the last game week, so he has more goal threat. But Trippier is on set pieces, so pretty much that's why I'm picking him. I just want to go a little bit different with Trippier. Robinson is pretty much down the list, but I just think that uh, I'm not sure if Fulham is gonna keep a clean sheet, but they have that chance. I don't know if I would double up on the Fulham defense. That's why I picked uh, in the end two Newcastle defenders instead of two Fulham defenders. But yeah, I think that the fixture is still great. Southampton. Now I wouldn't go on a free with Milenkovic, Konate or something like that. If you want to go for Liverpool defender, probably I would just go for uh, Brent at this point. Now Semedo is another good option. If you want to double up on Wolverhampton defense, I think that the double up with Semedo and Enyuri could be really good. Estupinian is another nice differential on the free, and Kerkez obviously. Um, yeah, this is pretty much where I would go. Now I don't know why Share is predicted to score so low points. Maybe that's with the doubts around him starting, but I think that he should be okay. Now, obviously, if you don't want to take that risk, just go with other Newcastle defender. There are a lot of them. But yeah, Share, if he's gonna start, I think that he's maybe the best option after Trippier or even equal if you want. And if we take a look at the goalkeepers, Leno is predicted to score the most points, but it's really close between Leno, Pope, Sanchez. All of them are good options. Now I don't know why Flecken is there. Yeah, I guess Brentford could keep a clean sheet against Nottingham Forest because they are not the best attack in the Premier League, but I just wouldn't go for Flecken honestly. And I think that Hosesa is a much better pick. Even someone like Allison, I think, is a much better pick. But yeah, these are pretty much the from the goalkeepers. I would just go for Leno, Pope, Hosesa, and maybe Sanchez if you really want to. These are pretty much the goalkeepers I would go for. So yeah, I'm trying to decide on my feet. Now I think that the forward line is gonna stay the same. Raul Jimenez, Isaac, and Cunha. So I think that I'm not gonna change that. Now early in the week I had a 3-5-2 formation. Now I just think that there are so many good forwards to pick from, and yeah, also there are a lot of good midfielders, but I just want to go with the forwards at this point. And what put me off maybe about playing a 3-5-2 is that Rodrigo Muniz is going to be out for Fulham, and I have that guarantee, if you can call it like that, that Raul Jimenez is going to start at least. And if he's going to start, he's going to be on penalties. He's playing against Southampton away. Also, Southampton conceded a lot of penalties recently. Now, yeah, that's also positive for Jimenez. Mohamed Salah and Palmer are also pretty much locked in my team. Anery and Trippier are pretty much locked in. Yeah, and then I need to see what I'm gonna do with Pope, Robinson, Belmo, Luis Diaz. These players could change maybe a little bit. Okay, so let's just start a poll to see who's gonna be the most captain player. Who's who is your captain? Let's say Salah, Isak, Salah, Isak, Cunha. Let's say Palmer. Maybe that's gonna annoy some people also, but yeah. let's say Palmer and other player. So let's see. Also, guys, if you enjoy this stream, if you want to support the channel, please consider leaving a like, hit that subscribe button if you're new. It really means a lot. And again, thanks so much for joining the stream. Um, Gone Welbeck and Iobi over Raul and Beumo thoughts. Hi P Mars, thank you so much for joining the stream. So I think that they are perfectly good options. Now it really depends how different you want to go here because um, you could go just for Welbeck and Mbeumo, but I suppose you don't have the money to do that. So obviously, Welbeck and Mbeumo, I think that are better picks, uh, a better combination than Raul, Raul and Iwobi. But then, yeah, you're not gonna have a Fulham attacker. So I think that from that combination, I would go for Raul and Mbeumo to have two penalty takers, honestly. But that's just my opinion. So I think that Welbeck is a perfectly good option. I just don't really like Iwobi as a pick. I know that I said that also on my last deadline stream to someone, and Iwobi just scored. So things like that can happen, but Iwobi is just not my type of player. But if you want to go for him, he's a perfectly fine differential. He's playing against Southampton, and I think that is great. Hi G Lag, thank you so much for joining the stream. Hello, you're having a great season. Who is your differential this week for gaining rank? Now, I talked a little bit about this in the start of the stream. I don't want to go uh, super differential because, as you said, my rank is decent at the moment. I try to maintain also my rank now. Obviously, my target is to try to gain some rank and to try to get into that 1000k. But the thing is, I'm away for 15 or 16 points to 1000k, and I think that I don't really need to go super differential to try to get that. But also, this is my last chip of the season, so I should try to maximize it. Uh, so I'm gonna go with some template players like Mohamed Salah, Cunha, Isak, Luis Diaz, Anuary. These players are gonna be pretty much in every free hit you're gonna see. I don't know how much a differential Cole Palmer is gonna be. I think that he's gonna gain me some rank if he's gonna do well. The same you could say about Raul Jimenez. He's not gonna be so highly owned like someone like Cunha, for example. Robinson, I think he's not going to be a differential. Maybe Trippier a little bit and Pope. And I don't know Mbeumo how big of a differential is going to be. But these are pretty much the players I'm relying on to try to get some rank. Palmer and Raul Jimenez, I think. They are the most differential players. Now, yeah. Uh, I would love to. I'm still tempted to go for someone like Barnes. Now, again, I don't know if he's gonna be a differential. He's gonna be in a lot of free teams, but yeah, I don't feel the need to go super differential because we still have some game weeks to be played. If I play the game correctly, I have the chances to get into that 1000k. Um, so yeah, a lot of players are pretty much locked in into my team now. The only question really is if I want to go with Barnes or Gordon in midfield instead of double Newcastle defense, and in that case, uh, I would just buy. I would just go with Leno in goal, or maybe Cucurella instead of Trippier, something like that. Pretty much, this is the only question for me this gaming. I think that this is going to be my forward line. I don't know how template that is. You're gonna see this forward line in a lot of reads, obviously, but I think that that's the case because these three are really good players, Isak and Cunha. Now, if you want to go super differential, you could just avoid Isak uh, at this point, but I think that he's not a player I'm willing to lose. I think that the risk is not worth taking, to be honest with you. He's on penalties, he's playing against Ipswich at home. That's just a great fixture. I don't want to take that risk to go without Isak. And Cunha, again, if you want to go different, you could go for Strand Larsen instead. He has better goal threat in the last gamings, but I just think that Cunha is the best player from Wolverhampton, and I think that he's gonna start. There are some a lot of people are debating if Cunha is gonna start now. Obviously, he's going to go to Manchester United probably in the summer, and a lot of Wolverhampton fans want him to be benched because they just want to prepare for the next season without Cunha. And also Bellegarde is back in training, and the coach said that he's ready to help the team. Now I don't know really what that means, if he's gonna be on the bench or I think that he's gonna be on the bench. That's how I understood it. Um, the thing is, when Bellegarde was playing, Cunha was on the bench, but you just can't say that Cunha is not gonna be uh, is not the first choice uh, for Wolverhampton, because that's just not true. He's their best player. So yeah, not so many decisions for me to take, but I just want to keep it simple. Honestly, I wish I could go more different to try to gain a lot more rank, but I just don't want to go different just for the sake of it. Um if you get what I'm saying, so you could just go for an attacking line like Larson, Welbeck, and Evan Nilsson if you really want to go different and catch some rank, and that could totally work. But I just don't want to go uh, full differential. I could just captain Isak if I'm feeling it, but honestly, I'm just a Liverpool fan. I don't want to go watching that game without Mohamed Salah as my captain, and I think that he's still the better pick as a captain. But yeah, yeah, in midfield you could go for Mitoma. If you wanna go different in defense, Cucurella, Ainuri, Semedo, players like that. Uh, yeah, there are a lot of options. You could go for Murphy if you wanna play it safe. I just I think that if Murphy is gonna play, he's not gonna play a lot of minutes. Because in the last gameweeks he was subbed off in the 60 or 70 minutes, something like that. So I don't want to go for Murphy. I know that his ownership is really high, but I just don't know. I want to. That's where I want to go a little bit different. So I want to go against the crowd because a lot of people are going to have Murphy. I know you're not seeing him in a lot of free drafts, but a lot of active players have Murphy in their teams. Also, if they are not free eating. So, yeah. Thank you so much, guys, for 14 likes. It really means a lot to me. Welcome to the stream. If you're new, I'm making FPL content every week. I just hope that you're gonna enjoy it. And from next season, I'm gonna start again more strong because this season I kind of uh, started a little bit late. But from next season, I'm gonna be there from day one. Uh, get ready for next season. If you guys want to watch my content, that would mean a lot to me. Yeah, so I don't know about which midfielder to start. I'm leaning towards Mbeumo, although Clivert is playing at home. He has the better fixture. Maybe I'm just overthinking it a little bit. Both of them are on penalties. Maybe I should just go against Mbeumo. Forest are still fighting for those UEFA Champions League spots. Brentford have a tiny chance of going into Europe next season, so they are not gonna just. They have something to play still. But yeah, Nottingham Forest away, it's not such a good fixture like Manchester United at home. Now, I'm not saying that because Manchester United were just bad this season in general, but they also are gonna rotate. Dalot is gonna be out this game week, so I don't know. They're gonna rotate. They're gonna focus on the Europa League. Uh, yeah, I just think that I should go for Clivert instead of Mbeumo. Try to go a little bit different, at least there. So I'm not gonna go really different this gaming, but where I can, I would like to uh, try to do that. Obviously, but yeah, I'm not sure at the moment. Hi Jonathan, thank you so much for joining the stream. Good morning, everyone. How are you? Do you prefer Evan Nilsson or Raul? Now, as you can see from my team, currently free team, I prefer Raul Jimenez. Now, I think that Evan Nilsson is a great option. He has the most goal threat in the last game mix from all the forwards. He's playing at home against United. I think that is a great option. I just want to go with the penalty taker. Maybe that's a little bit boring from me, but yeah, I kind of prefer Evan Nilsson. Sorry, I kind of prefer Raul Jimenez, but it really depends on your strategy, on your goal. You want to go a little bit more safe. You want to go different. You want to catch some rank. Maybe you just have a feeling that Evan Nilsson is gonna score more points than um Raul Jimenez, and if that's the case, I think that is a great option uh, on the free. But yeah, my preference is on the screen. As you can see, I'm going with Raul Jimenez. I just want to take this chance. Muniz is out, so he's not gonna be there. There aren't gonna be any doubts about Raul Jimenez starting, so he's gonna start. But yeah, um, so everyone has different goals. Obviously, it's the end of the season. Maybe you're happy with your rank. Maybe you're just gonna uh, maintain it. So if that's the case, you should just buy some safe picks, obviously. But yeah, I'm uh, I have two things to take into consideration. So I'm happy with my rank, but I also want to try to get into that 1000k. That would be amazing. That would be my best rank ever in FPL. So yeah, I just think that from the start, those who are using the free have an advantage, and I think that we should get some rank over those people who don't have the free available, because not everybody is gonna have 11 players for this game week, I think. Now, obviously, at my rank, inside 2000k, probably I don't know exactly the percentage of how many have their free available, but yeah. What is your rank goal for this season? Now, to be honest with you, when I started the season, uh, obviously you're putting your goal as 100k, 50k, 10k, but now that I'm at inside 2000k, my rank at the moment is to try to get inside the 1k. I think that is possible. I'm away with 15 or 16 points, so it's totally doable at the moment. Now I'm not gonna have any more chips after this gaming, so it really depends how I'm gonna do in gaming 34, if I can reach that. But yeah, this is my goal this season. Now obviously I can't really win FPL this season, so I'm pretty much ruling out that. Um, if I take a look, just a second, to see how many points has the first in the world, um, probably a lot more than me. Hi, Mimlands. Thank you so much for joining the stream. Really appreciate it. Let's try to get to 20 likes, guy. Thank you so much for joining. Subscribe if you're new. Welbeck, Cunha, or Raul. Yeah, I would go for Cunha. I think that is the best option of there. Then I would go for Raul, then Welbeck. Cunha game minutes may be slight issue. Now, I know there's a lot of doubts about Cunha. I just think that he's gonna start. Honestly, I think that he's their best player, and until he's off to Manchester United in the summer, I just think that they have no real reason to not play Cunha. Okay, so uh, the first uh, the first person in the world is ahead of me with 139 points. So yeah, I'm ruling out me winning FPL this season. It's just not possible. But how far away is 1k? Is just 14 points. So I think that's manageable. Now let's see. Um, Hi Lawrence Corcoran, thank you so much for joining the stream. Really appreciated. With Leaf Davis suspended for Ipswich, do you think Murphy will get more joy down the ring, down the right, or will Ipswich double up on him? Hence, better to switch to Barnes due to extra space created down left side. Now, I think that there are risks with all the midfielders from Newcastle. One of them is gonna be benched, so I don't know. I don't know even if Gordon is gonna start, but yeah, Leaf Davis obviously is a really attacking defender from Ipswich, but I don't know if his absence is gonna be better for Murphy. I think that Murphy was a little bit a little bit lucky to score those points, and I had him in my team uh, for those big returns, but I think that he was a little bit lucky to score so many points. I think that Gordon and Barnes, whichever is gonna start, I think that they are better picks than Murphy, uh, if that helps. Um, and also, yeah, I think that Barnes is gonna be a better pick than Murphy, but I'm just not sure whichever duo is gonna start for Newcastle. So that's the only issue here. But usually the absence of a really important player is gonna be better for Murphy in this case. Now I don't know. Ipswich are already a really bad side. They are relegated already. I think that Newcastle are gonna win this game. I think that they are gonna score some goals. Uh, Now you could argue that Ipswich are better than Leicester and Southampton at the moment, and I agree with that, but still they are playing against Newcastle at home. Newcastle are really good at home, and yeah, I think that you should have three players from Newcastle on the free hit. Now it really depends if you want to take a risk on Gordon or on Barnes. If you want to go safe, you could just pick Murphy. Uh, but also Murphy is more likely to get subbed off in the second half for either one of Barnes or Gordon, who's gonna came in from the bench. So yeah, but for a start, I think that Murphy is the safest pick. Now, yeah, whichever player is gonna start on the left, either Barnes or Gordon, probably they are gonna play the most minutes because at some point Murphy is gonna be subbed off probably, and if Barnes is gonna start on the left, he's just gonna move on the right, and if Gordon is gonna start on the left, yeah, Barnes is just gonna came in for Murphy. No problem, Lawrence. Thank you so much for joining the stream. Really means a lot. Hit the subscribe button, guys. If you're new, leave a like if you enjoy this content and if you wanna see more. And yeah, thanks again. Pick 3: Van Dijk, Livramento, Enyuri, Sessegnon, Cucurella. Now, if I was to pick, I would go for Enyuri on every free, Livramento, and Cucurella, but that's just my opinion. That's just in my case. It really depends how different you want to go. What is your goal if you want to catch rank? Because if you want to go a little bit different, if you want to try to catch some rank, you could go for Enyuri, Sessegnon, and Livramento, I think. Because I think that he's maybe more attacking than Cucurella. Hi, Luis does iOS. Thank you so much for joining the stream. Really appreciated. Um, Gordon and Leno or Diaz and Pope. Now, as you can see from my team, I have the second combination, Diaz and Pope. I think that this is more safe, obviously, because I'm not sure if Gordon is gonna start. If you think that Gordon is gonna start, I think that he's the best pick from Newcastle, honestly. Now, I don't know if he's fit enough to play 90 minutes, but usually Murphy is subbed off, as I said before, earlier than whichever player is gonna start on the left, Barnes or Gordon. Now, yeah, if Gordon is gonna start, if I was sure that Gordon is gonna start, I would 100% have him on my free hit against Ipswich at home. And in that case, you could go for Gordon and Leno, but I'm just not sure if that's gonna be the case. So I would pick Diaz and Pope for my team personally. Ten people on the live stream. Thank you so much to everyone who joined the stream. It really means a lot. I'm confident in Bournemouth defense. That's why I went for keeps. So for Kepa, right? Yeah, I think that Bournemouth has a good chance of keeping a clean sheet at home against Man United. Man United really don't have anything left to play this season in Premier League at least. So, but thinking whatever Leno or Kepa. Now I think that Leno still has the better fixture against Southampton, obviously, but Bournemouth are a better defense. So it's really tough. I would go for Leno, honestly, in your case, but that's just my opinion. I could see honestly a clean sheet from Fulham. A lot of people are doubting it a little bit. Uh, at the start of the week, I had Leno and Robinson, so double up on Fulham defense. Now, later, I just removed Barnes, so that's why I have two Newcastle defenders. Obviously, I think that the chances are higher for Newcastle to keep a clean sheet, but the upside for Newcastle is in midfield because everyone is gonna have Isak, everyone is gonna have one defender from Newcastle, but not everyone is gonna go for Barnes or Gordon. Uh, and I think that they could score a lot of goals in that fixture. Yeah. Uh, yeah, I'm just trying to see if we have any news now. I saw in the morning what Pereira said about Cunha. So maybe if you're uncertain if Cunha is gonna start or not, we have some news. And the coach was pretty much positive about Cunha. Mm, Vitor Pereira on Cunha. I'm not finding it now. So pretty much Vitor Pereira said on Mateus Cunha, he has the mentality to help the team. It's normal that every time on the news they mention him, but this is not for me. I don't care about the news. Now you you take this news as you want, obviously. But what I understand from this is, yeah, the news around Cunha is that probably he's gonna leave to Manchester United in the summer, but the same as with Trent, honestly. Uh, Still, as long as he's gonna be a Wolverhampton player, I think that he's gonna play because he's the best player from Wolverhampton. So I'm just not I'm just not gonna overthink it. Obviously, you can have some doubts if he's gonna play 90 minutes or even if he's gonna start, but I just think that Cunha is the best player for them, and obviously it really matters if they are gonna win or not, even if they don't have anything left to play for the UEFA Champions League spots or Europa spots. But every place in the Premier League is worth a lot of money, so it really means a lot whichever place you're gonna finish, and every win counts. So yeah, Liverpool clean sheet. I think that's a possibility, but I wouldn't bet my money honestly on it. It would be the most Liverpool thing for them to go 1-0 down in the first 10 minutes. So, now, joking aside, I think that they have a good chance of keeping a clean sheet, just like Bournemouth. Uh, Spurs are not going to be really interested in this game. They are going to focus on the Europa League. But yeah, I could see Spurs scoring a goal, honestly. So, if I was sure Trent is going to play 90 minutes, I would just go for Trent. Uh, let's be honest here. Even if he's gonna concede, I think that he has the attacking threat. But yeah, I'm not having a Liverpool defender in my team. But I think that they could be good options. Liverpool also just need a draw, so I think that they are gonna try to win that game, obviously, but they are also trying to defend a little bit better, maybe. Okay, so I just saw something on Twitter. 130,000 people transferred in this week. Guardiol, Marmoush, and Rogers, and they don't really have a fixture, so that's a little bit funny. Uh, yeah. Hi, Fabiano. Centra or Centra, thank you so much for joining the stream. How are you? Good morning. What do you think about Wood? Uh, I think that is a good option. Now, it really depends if you're using your fleet or not. I think that he could be also a good option on the fleet. I don't know. Maybe I wasn't a fan of Chris Wood this season. Uh, Maybe I'm biased a little bit. I just don't know. The fixture is great against Brentford at home. He's on penalties. Nottingham Forest are fighting for the Champions League spots. Uh, yeah, honestly, I think that he's great. I just think that Isak, Cunha, and Raul are better picks for me. For me, in my case at least, on my fleet, I don't know. Yeah, I want to go a little bit different on the fleet now. This front line is for sure not different, but I just think that Wood is a more template player than Raul Jimenez, and maybe I'm gonna have Wood at some point this season again. But with Raul Jimenez, this is my only chance to have him in my team, so maybe that's why I wanna go for him. Uh, Lawrence, Iwobi, or Raul Jimenez. I would just pick Raul Jimenez, honestly. He's the striker, he's on penalties. We know that he's gonna play and start. Yeah, for me, uh, that is a really simple question, honestly. But yeah, obviously that could go horribly wrong. Iwobi could get some goals. Jimenez to miss some penalties. Football can happen anything, but I would just pick Jimenez instead of Iobi if that doesn't destroy your strategy or your formation. So yeah, I still need to decide whatever I'm gonna do. To be honest with you, probably I'm just gonna remain on this. But there are so many options in attack, in midfield. Uh, I'm not still sure if I want to go for Mbeumo or Clivert. Obviously, Mbeumo is the more safest option, but maybe I just want to go against Mbeumo against Nottingham Forest away. Just target Clivert maybe against Man United at home. I'm not really sure what I want to do. Is Welbeck a good option? Yeah, I think that is a great option. He is also a differential, so if you want to go a little bit different, he could be your man. João Pedro is suspended, as we know, so Welbeck is probably gonna be on penalties. He's gonna play close to 90 minutes. He's the number 9 for Brighton. The fixture is okay against West Ham at home. Uh, Now West Ham didn't really concede a lot of chances and a lot of goals in the recent weeks. But yeah, I think that Welbeck is a good option. Now it really depends how different you want to go. Um, but yeah. Hi Muhin, thank you so much for joining the stream. Really appreciate it. Good morning. How are you? Have two free transfers. Will wildcard in gaming 35. Can you suggest please team ID 42073? Give me just a minute to see. Four two zero seven. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, so you have two free transfers. This is your team, right? With Fabianski and Henderson. So you don't have a goalkeeper, right? You're going to play with three defenders: Huijsen, Trippier, Salah, Palmer, Belmo, Clivert, Gibbs White. That's a perfectly fine. Probably I would just buy someone like Cunha if you're wildcarding in Gaming 35. And if you want to have 11 players, I would just buy a goalkeeper, probably Pope, if you have the money to do that. Hi Yasin Busaba, thank you so much for joining the stream. How are you? Good morning. Uh, Rank 900k. Is this a free team? Pope, Sessegnon, Enyuri, Kerkez, Munetsi, Salah, Soboslai, Diaz. Okay. Clivert, Larson, Isaac. What do you think? I think that's a nice differential team. Obviously, you're trying to gain some rank, I guess. Pope, Sessegnon, Enyuri, Kerkez. That's a really nice different team. Um, Munetsi is a nice punt. Salah, Soboslai, Diaz. I really like those players. I think that Soboslai is gonna start. Probably you're gonna have those doubts, obviously. But I think that's a nice different trio from Liverpool for uh, from what I seen before. Clivert, Larson, and Isak. Yeah, I think that's just a great team if you want to catch some rank. Welbeck is a great differential this week. High risk, high reward. I recon. Yeah, that's my opinion too. Uh, Even if he wasn't a big differential, I think that Welbeck is just a nice punt if you want to go on a free. Uh, you're not gonna have Welbeck until the end of the season. Let's be honest. So I think that's a nice opportunity to have him on the free. Um, should I save the goalkeeper transfer for late? I mean, you could play with just 10 players. It's not the end of the world, and also your players are pretty good. Muhin. So this is an option also. Yeah, maybe I would save the transfer. But yeah, if you want to go for 11 players, I think that you can just buy a good goalkeeper, Pope, Leno, something like that. So So that's also a possibility. 26 likes. Thank you so much, guys, for your support. It really means a lot. Leave a like if you enjoy this stream, and if you want to see more content on my channel, hopefully you're gonna enjoy it next season also. And yeah, if you're new, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you also click the bell to be announced when I post content. And yeah, thanks a lot for joining the stream. It really means a lot to me, and hopefully I can help you a little bit. Yeah, we have 1 hour till the deadline, and I'm still not sure what I'm gonna do with my fleet. I'm not I'm not so excited because a lot of people are gonna have this player, so it's not a fully differential team on my fleet. But yeah, I wish I knew which midfielder would start for Newcastle, Gordon or Barnes, because that would be where I would wanna go. Hi Dego, thank you so much for joining the stream. How are you and good morning? Hello, I am not on fleet. Who do you think is the best midfielder or forward till the end of the season? I would I will just say Mbeumo and Wisa. Honestly, if we take a look at the fixtures for Brentford, Nottingham Forest away, this game week, Manchester United at home, uh, when Manchester United are gonna be between the legs in the Europa League, Ipswich away, Fulham at home, and Wolverhampton away in the last game week of the season. I honestly wish that uh, I can get Tumbeumo and Wisa in my own team, because till the end of the season, I think that maybe these are the best options. I mean, not the best option in midfield, because probably Mohamed Salah is the first name on your team. But yeah, Mbeumo, Bowen, Wisa. FPL Pickle, thank you so much for joining the stream. Uh, yeah, really happy to see you here. I know that Ross is not streaming, obviously. Yeah, nice team playing it safe, which is very sensible. To be fair, good luck. Yeah, thank you so much. I'm really not so excited about this week because I really wish I could play it a little bit different, because I don't know. It's really sensible for me because my rank is really high, and I don't know. I want to get into that 1000k spot. That would be my goal for the season. But I think that I can do that without going really different. And also, um, you have a lot of you have a good rank yourself. So yeah, we know that. FPL Pickle, if you don't know her, guys, he's sorry, she's having a better rank than myself. So yeah, and obviously she's rank is better than all the content creators at the moment, I think. So yeah, thank you so much for joining the stream. Really means a lot. Okay, why everyone is captaining Salah, not Isak? Playing safe, playing templates. I mean, the fixture is great for Mohamed Salah at home. Liverpool are gonna win the title probably tomorrow. Yeah, Mohamed Salah was really bad in the last game mix, but obviously that doesn't mean that he's not gonna score again this season. So I think that obviously I'm playing it safe with Mohamed Salah. I think that Isak has the better fixture, but uh, yeah, Spurs is also a good fixture. They are gonna rotate. They are gonna focus on the Europa League. So yeah, all the good stuff. He's on penalties, so everybody knows he's a good pick. Yeah, if you want to go different, Cunha could be a nice option now. Yeah, I already have Mbeumo and Wisa. Okay, thank you. If you have Mbeumo and Wisa, so you're looking for another midfielder and forward to join your team. Cunha is a decent one. Strand Larsen is a good one. Uh, now till the end of the season, maybe someone like Evan Nilsson. He has a lot of goal threat. Bournemouth could have also double gameweek in the future. I am being an idiot and taking about 4 weeks. Yeah, I saw you have a really different team, and I wish you just good luck. Hopefully, you're gonna get a big green arrow. But yeah, yes, thank you. I think I might go Cunha. I have a feeling he will do well. I mean, yeah, if you think that he's gonna start, there are some doubts, obviously, because of the Wolverhampton fans don't really want Cunha to be starting because probably he's gonna move to Manchester United, but I just think that he's gonna start. I'm gonna play it safe here. You could even double up with Cunha and Strand Larsen. Yeah, Strand Larsen has more goal threat than Cunha in the last gaming, so yeah, I think that he's a perfectly good option. Uh, yeah, I'm still not sure if this is gonna be my final team. I wish I could go for a Newcastle midfielder because all week I was on Barnes. Now I'm just scared a little bit, maybe that I don't know how many minutes they are gonna get Barnes, Gordon, and Murphy. Because if I knew 100% uh, if Gordon is gonna start or Barnes is gonna start, I would just pick them. But the thing is, you just don't know, and yeah, Murphy is the safest option to start if you want to go for him, but I just don't want to go for him. His ownership is a little bit high, and yeah, whichever player is gonna start left winger for Newcastle is gonna be the best pick, I think, in midfield. So that's the thing. My only options are to go Barnes instead of Beumo or Luis Diaz and just pick Leno in goal, or maybe just go for Cucurella instead of Trippier. That could be also an option. So I don't wanna go really risky with Sessegnon, someone like Trent Alexander-Arnold. Although I'm a Liverpool fan, I'm just not sure if Trent is fit enough to play 60 minutes, and that would be really bad if he was subbed off before that. And again, the same with Sessegnon. I think that personally he's gonna start, but not sure if he's gonna play 60 minutes because Harry Wilson is also fit. And Marco Silva just said that they need to see if Harry Wilson is gonna start or if he's gonna be on the bench. So yeah, you could argue that even Livramento has more attacking threat than someone like Trippier, but for 1 week only, I just want to go for Trippier. I have a feeling about him. So yeah. Now I don't know if you're gonna get any early news, honestly, for this game week. And also the first game today is Chelsea Everton. So yeah, usually don't we don't really get any news for Chelsea now. Also, what would you guys change from my team? What would you do in my position? Would you go more different? Would you go for Mbeumo or Clivert? yeah, please let me know what's your opinion because mm, yeah. So if we move a little bit here, as you can see, I have zero point 0.3 millions in the bank. Now, obviously, the money is not an issue for me at the moment. What I could do is obviously to go for someone like Barnes. Then I will need to sell Pope, someone like Josesa, whatever. And then, yeah, I will need to decide which defenders I'm going to play. Trippier, Robinson, Cucurella, probably. In that case, I will have double Fulham defense. This was my first free draft with Robinson and Leno. Now I changed a little bit. Uh, yeah, I don't know really what. The thing is, Ainuri is gonna be 100% in my team, so I need to see what I'm gonna do. I think that Cucurella has a good fixture. Chelsea are defending okay this season, and in the last game weeks they just didn't keep a lot of clean sheets, but their defense is not that bad. Now Cucurella is not, he scored some goals, but his attacking threat is not amazing or something like that. um so yeah, but at the moment I don't know if I want to take the risk. Also 28 likes. If you enjoy guys this stream, if you want to see more content on this channel and support the channel, obviously leave a like, hit that subscribe button if you're new. It really means a lot to me. And yeah, thanks again for joining the stream. We are 50 minutes till the deadline. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, so the GOAT, Cunha, yeah, I think that the best captaincy options for this game week are Salah, Isak, and Cunha. Now, that's my just my preference. It doesn't really mean that's how it's gonna happen. If you look at the poll, Salah is gonna be the most captain player with 75%. Isak 19%, Cunha 4%, and Palmer or other player 2%. So yeah, if you wanna go super crazy, super different, Palmer could be a nice option. Now I don't wanna uh, encourage anyone to captain Palmer because maybe that's gonna backfire. But yeah, Hi Alex, Alexov. Why Barnes out in your team? Now that's the only debate I wanna. Uh, I'm not so sure what I'm gonna do because I just don't know which midfielder is gonna start for Newcastle. Barnes, Gordon, Murphy. Now I think that if I was to choose, I think that Barnes and Murphy are gonna start, but you're always gonna have that problem. What if they are just gonna start Gordon and Barnes could be on the bench? So that's why I switched a little bit with double Newcastle defense. Now I think that the chances for a clean sheet are high also, but obviously I would like to target a midfielder from Newcastle. Now, yeah, I'm not really sure how I'm gonna end up at the moment. So that's pretty much the reason. Now, I please let me know about your opinions in the comments. Who do you think is gonna start? Barnes, Gordon, Murphy? Yeah, I don't know. I'm still not decided if I want to play Clivert or Mbeumo. So honestly, yeah, it's I'm kind of all over the place at the moment. I know that my forward line is gonna be Raul, Isaac, Cunha, something like this. Trippier, Ainuri, these guys are gonna be in my team. Also Salah, Palmer, Diaz probably. So only my really only undecided spots are Mbeumo, Robinson, and Pope. So these three are pretty much changeable. Now I need to see if I wanna change it or not. And also thanks for joining, Alex. Really appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know. Um, Hi, Lecky. Thank you so much for joining the stream. How are you? Good morning, good day, nice team. Uh, yeah, I mean it's pretty much template. I know it's maybe a little bit boring or something like that, but I just don't know what I want to do. I'm not sure if I want to play Mbeumo or Clivert. I'm not sure if I want Barnes here instead of Mbeumo and just play Cucurella over uh, Trippier or just play Leno instead of Pope. So yeah, I'm pretty much kind of all over the place. I want to go a little bit different, but I'm not gonna go too much different. So yeah, yeah, the team is good, but I sincerely don't understand why everyone believes in Palmer. Now it's not just believing. Uh, I think that I had Palmer in my team for the last game weeks. He was rubbish. He was really bad, really frustrating. But again, he's now I don't really need to explain all the reasons. He's done penalties on set pieces. He's probably gonna play closely to 90 minutes at home against Everton. Uh, Tarkovsky is out, so he's gonna be a big miss for Everton, I think. Now, the problem with Palmer is something mental. So it's not like he's a bad player. All of a sudden, we know that he's one of the best players in the Premier League when in form. Now, obviously, he's not in form, but the thing is, he only needs just one game to score a goal or two to get his form back. I don't know. And also, I think that not everybody is gonna have Palmer, although I see him in a lot of teams. Not everybody is gonna have Palmer. A lot of people are selling him also who are not free hitting. So I think that he could be also a little differential in my at my ranking at least. That's why I have him basically in my team because he is not his ownership is not something like Mohamed Salah or Isak. And yeah, I just think that it's not such a big difference between, I don't know, if we're comparing Palmer and Clivert. I don't know. I just feel like Palmer is the better pick, but maybe that's just my feeling. Maybe I'm wrong. I understand if you don't want to go for Palmer. I really understand it because his form is not there, and Everton were defending a lot better in the last game weeks. But yeah, there are a lot of good midfielders if you don't want to go for Palmer. So I totally understand it. It could go really wrong. Hi, Rory Campbell. Thank you so much for joining the stream. How are you? Good morning. Hi, TM Cruz. Thank you so much, guys, for joining. Leave a like, subscribe to this channel if you're new. Would you be tempted by Jota for Mbeumo? Honestly, no, because I have Luis Diaz. I think that Luis Diaz is a little bit more safer than Jota. Now, yeah, if I was sure that Jota is going to play 90 minutes as a number 9, I would just go for him. But the thing is, I'm not sure. And I think that there is that possibility for Gakpo to start on the left and Diaz to start as a number 9 and Jota on the bench. Now, yeah, I'm not really sure how the lineup is gonna look like tomorrow for Liverpool, but usually I'm tempted by someone like Jota, but I'm just not sure. I don't really want to take that risk. How do you feel about Sessegnon? I think that he has more upside than Robinson. Obviously, he's the most attacking defender. I think that of all the players on the Fritz because he's playing as a right winger. But I'm just not sure if he's gonna play 60 minutes. That's my only problem with him. Because Harry Wilson is also back in training. Not back in training. He's back in the team, and he could start also. So yeah, that's why pretty much I'm not gonna go for Sessegnon. Maybe it's enough for Sessegnon. Maybe he's just gonna play 60 minutes, 50 minutes, and score 2 goals, and that would be just amazing. So it doesn't really mean that he has to play 60 minutes, but I would just prefer for him to do that. I think the only hope is a penalty, and then Palmer will score points in this round. Yeah, I mean, uh, the fact that he's on penalties is another reason why he's in my team, obviously. Cole Palmer, I know that he missed the last one, but surely he's not gonna miss all the penalties. So yeah, if he's gonna get a penalty in the last game, uh, Palmer scored the hat trick. It was against Everton. Now that doesn't really mean anything. You could take it as you want, but again, uh, last time he scored a hat trick against Everton. Probably it's not gonna happen again. But yeah, uh, good luck this gaming. Also, really cool graphics. Thank you so much, Lecky. It really means a lot. Um, yeah, I really appreciate you joining the stream. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new. Hopefully, you're gonna enjoy my content in the future, and I wish you also a good game week. And yeah, a really nice weekend to all of you guys. This stream went really fast, to be honest with you. We're almost half an hour till the deadline. Um, so yeah, was really fast. I didn't really have uh, enough time to think about what I'm gonna do. Maybe that's better. Maybe I'm just overthinking it a little bit. Potential difference. Thoughts on Mitoma? I think that he's a great pick in midfield. If you wanna go different now, the only downside, if you wanna uh, compare someone like Mitoma to Mbeumo Clivert, he's not on penalty, so that's the really downside of Mitoma. But yeah, he's playing against West Ham at home. That's a nice fixture. João Pedro is out, so Mitoma maybe is gonna get more opportunities to score. I think that is a great pick if you wanna go a little bit different. Done, like and subscribe. Thank you so much, Lecky. It really means a lot. And yeah, have a nice weekend if you're leaving. And yeah, hopefully I helped you a little bit. That's my goal. I don't know. I think that I'm just gonna switch to Clivert and go against Mbeumo. My team is still pretty much template, so where I can take a little bit of risk, I feel I should try to do that. And Clivert's ownership is a little bit lower than Mbeumo, so maybe I can do that. But yeah, Mbeumo on the bench, that sounds really bad, to be honest with you. But Clivert has the better fiction. I just need to keep reminding myself he's playing at home against United. Bournemouth have a chance, a slightly little chance to get in Europe or something like that. Yeah, his XGI was really bad in the last game week against Crystal Palace. He played 90 minutes, so he should be safe for minutes at least. But yeah, his statistics are not bad. Obviously, he scored a lot of points this season. I'm really not sure what to do. Mm. Why is it so hard? Thank you so much, guys, for 13 likes. Really appreciated. I wish you all to have a great game week, a great weekend in general. And yeah, if you have any questions, I don't know if we omitted something. I think that I talked pretty much about everything this game week, about the captaincy, about Newcastle midfielders, which is the hot topic probably. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much my my only. Hi, Steve. Thank you so much for uh, joining the stream. Really appreciated. How are you? Good morning. Finding it difficult to double up on Newcastle defense. Ipswich will end up scoring. Now, that's obviously a possibility, but that's the same you could say about any defense, honestly. I think that Newcastle have the better chance of keeping a clean sheet than, let's say, Fulham, for example. So I'm either gonna double up on Newcastle defense or Fulham defense. Now, obviously, I could go for Cucurella instead of Robinson. That could be an option, but that would be without any Fulham defense, and I don't really want to do that. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should just go for Barnes instead of Clivert and Leno in goal. I don't know. We'll have an hour till the deadline, and I'm not really sure how I want to end up on this. I have Barnes and Leno, but Clivert will probably get a few returns because United are pretty bad. Yeah, I mean, United were bad in general this season. They are gonna rotate a little bit. The lot is gonna be out. Their defense is not amazing at the moment, and also they are not gonna focus on this game. They are gonna focus on the semi-final in the Europa League. Yeah, obviously they are still gonna play to try to win that game, but I don't know. Clivert could be a nice option. Now it's not like he's gonna be a big differential or something like that. A lot of people are gonna have Clivert, but I think that a lot of people are gonna have also Mbeumo, and I'm willing to bet against Mbeumo. Yeah, the thing is, Forest are gonna. Mm, Forest are fighting for the Champions League spots. Thanks, mate. Hope you're doing good too. Did we get any more news on Hosesa? What we know, Steve, is that Hosesa is back. So I think that he's gonna start now. Obviously, if you're going for Hosesa as your goalkeeper on the free, to just pick another good backup, just in case he's not gonna start. But yeah, he should start. If you wanna be 100% sure, just pick him and Bentley, the second goalkeeper for Wolverhampton. If you're not tripled up already, we go again a little bit. See the predicted points in midfield. Now, obviously, yeah, I should just stop looking at this because it's really tempting for me at the moment to just go for Barnes. But I should not overthink it. Uh, so Salah, Palmer, obviously, they're gonna be in my team. But then, I don't know, maybe I wanna play it safe also on my free to have players who are gonna play closely to 90 minutes. Now I have Luis Diaz, who's probably not gonna get 90 minutes, and that's a little bit of a risk too also. But yeah, in midfield pretty much is for me between Barnes, Mbeumo and Clivert. I'm not gonna go for Murphy. If I'm gonna go for a Newcastle midfielder, I'm gonna go for Barnes or Gordon, I think. But as long as we don't know who's gonna start, I just can't go for Gordon because we don't know how many minutes he's gonna get. So that's the problem. If we go in defense, Enury yeah, he's predicted to score the most points. Yeah, Trent could be a nice option on any free hit. I'm just not. I just don't want to take that risk. Trippier, Chalobah and Colwill, not really interested in them. At least you know that Clivert is guaranteed the minutes, whereas Barnes isn't. And seeing your rank, which is quite impressive, it would be better to have. Yeah, that's why my free hit is a little bit boring because I want to try to get to that 1000k spot, but also I don't want to lose a lot of rank if possible. That's the only reason why I'm not going for Barnes. Maybe on another day, on another in another situation, if I was 1 million or something like that, obviously I would go for a lot more different players. But yeah, at this point, with Trippier and Pope, you know that they are gonna start. Newcastle have a big opportunity to keep a clean sheet. They have the better chances to keep a clean sheet this game week, so it's not that bad to go for double R Newcastle defense. That's what I'm trying to say to myself. Obviously, if Ipswich are gonna score, yeah, that's gonna feel pretty bad, but it is what it is. You just can't have everyone. With Clivert, Salah, Palmer, I have three penalty takers. Another three with Raul, Isaac, Cunha. So hopefully for me, there are gonna be some penalties this game week. Um, if you're free, it works, and the people around you may try to go differential but not get the points. Yeah, that's the thing. Uh, I don't know exactly the percentage of chips at my rank. Let's say inside 2000k. I don't know how many people are having the free because I think that uh, at the moment overall, obviously, a lot of people used already their chips, and not everyone is gonna have the free. So that's already an advantage. And yeah, I'm 1000k is ahead from me by 14 points, so that's totally doable, even if I don't go full differential. Now the question was also between Clivert and Belmo because with both of them you pretty much have a guarantee that they are gonna start. Now Belmo probably is gonna play even more minutes than Clivert because he's guaranteed to play 90 minutes. Belmo, both are all penalties, but Clivert is playing at home. He has the better fixture. Is this the right call to go for Clivert instead of Belmo? Now I don't know the outcome, but I think that I will do that. Uh, what chips do you have left? So this is my left chip. Uh, Free Gaming 34. I'm not gonna have any other free chips. Chips. Sorry. So I use my wildcard in Gaming 30, my triple captain in 32, my bench boost in Gaming 33, and free now. Hi, Eliker FC. Thank you so much for joining. I'm not on the same page as you with Newcastle midfielders. Are you not confident on any players from Forest, Brentford? I have a feeling Forest could keep a clean sheet. Uh, yeah, I mean, Forest obviously could keep a clean sheet. Now they were really not defending great against Spurs in the last round. But obviously they are fighting for the Champions League spots, all the good stuff. Uh, but I'm not gonna pick Nottingham Forest defender on my free because I think that we have better options, and I want to go a little bit different. And with the Newcastle midfielders, I really understand if you want to go for Barnes, Gordon, Murphy. that's totally up to you. I think that they are all great, but I just don't want to take the risk uh, to pick one because I don't know which one is gonna start. So I'm just gonna hope that Newcastle are gonna keep a clean sheet. Are you not confident on any players from the Forest? Yeah, I like Wood as an option. I like Elanga. I like Milenkovic. I like these players, but I don't want to go for them on my fleet. That's the only thing. Really, I think Brentford will put a few past them as they will be fatigued from the FA Cup. Yeah, so Forest are gonna play also against Man City in the semi-final of the FA Cup. So yeah, they are gonna be tired a little bit. Nottingham Forest, um, but they are still a good defense. They are still fighting for top four. They are gonna play Tuesday. Nottingham Forest, Brentford. I just so they will have a lot of time to rest Brentford before that game. So yeah, I'm not really sure about on the free hit at least. If you have them, if you're not using your free hit, I think that Nottingham Forest players are great. Obviously, Wood is a really decent, solid pick. In my opinion, Forest would prioritize the European spots than the FA Cup. They can't afford to drop more points considering how far they have come. Yeah, I mean that I think that they are gonna get that those spots. Uh, so yeah, they're gonna play against Man City, but honestly, they are gonna still play a strong team against Manchester City. It's not like they don't want to win in the FA Cup. And also the fixtures in the Premier League are pretty decent for Forest. I think that they are gonna get that Champions League spot. Hi Canon Fodder, thank you so much for joining the stream. How are you? And good morning. Bit late. How are you doing, Denis? Yeah, I'm doing fine. I'm just not sure how I wanna go on my free. So I have my locked in players, but I don't know. Clivert, Mbeumo, Barnes, all these players are playing in my mind, and I'm not really sure how I want to go. I wish I could go a little bit different and target that fixture Ipswich at home for Newcastle with some midfielders, Gordon, Murphy, Barnes, obviously. How is my team? Leno, Enyuri, Sessegnon, Trippier, Mbeumo, Barnes, Salah, Bowen, Cunha, Isak, Ivan Nilsson. Really nice forward line. I really like Ivan Nilsson. On the bench, Kepa, Palmer, Cucurella, Kerkez. It's really strange to see Palmer on the bench, but yeah, if you have the budget to do that, that's really nice. Any transfers? It really depends on your goal, on your rank. If you want to go different, as you can see from my team, I prefer to have Palmer in my starting 11, but I totally understand if you don't want to go for him. I think that Bowen could be great against Brighton at home. Away, sorry, but I don't know if I would go for him on the free. Barnes again, I like him. Good point Eliker. Yeah, I would go for. I like Barnes, but it really depends on your strategy. Uh, and yeah, also guys, if you enjoy this stream, please consider leaving a like, subscribe to this channel if you're new around here, if you want to see more content, if you enjoy it. It really means a lot to me. And yeah, thanks a lot for joining the stream, supporting the channel. It's really important for me. Hmm. Yeah, it looks like everyone is gonna go for Sessignon. I think that it's a great punt if you're chasing, obviously. Uh, yeah, I'm just not sure about his minutes. I'm really uncertain with Chelsea. I've got Cucurella and Neto. Could they hold? I mean, Cucurella, yeah, if you think that he's gonna score, he could hold, but I think that the chances for a clean sheet are good for Chelsea. That's true. And I mean, they are playing against Everton, which are a decent defense in the last game mix at least. With Neto, you don't have a guarantee he's gonna start. Now, probably he's gonna start, but you're not 100% sure. You just need to play them if you have them. The picture is okay with Everton at home. Who should I start Palmer over? I would just start Palmer instead of Bone, I think, in that case. Lecky, but yeah, it really depends. Hi, Siberian Amour. Thank you so much for joining the stream. Hey, bro. Sup, Ceciliano Robinson. As you can see, for my team, I'm going with Robertson. If you're chasing, if you wanna go different, Cecilion is the pick. If you wanna go more safe, you just go for Robinson because with him, 100% he's gonna start and play probably 90 minutes. With Cecilion, is gonna be that risk if he's gonna get 60 minutes or not, because I think that personally Session is gonna start, but I'm just not sure on his minutes. So that's the only thing. Um, Hi Christian Nikolov, thank you so much for joining. Vukek, thank you so much guys for joining the stream. How are you? Good morning. I'm fine. I'm just undecided about my last spots, my midfielders. Hey man, do you think starting both Trent and Session is too risky? It really depends on how you see it. Too risky, personally, I think that both of them are gonna start. Now, both are a little bit risky in terms of minutes. I'm not sure if they are gonna get 60 minutes, but if you're chasing, if you really want to go different, I think that's okay to take some risks. Now, it also depends how many risks you want to take in your team, because if you want to go for 2 or 3, yeah, I think that's okay. It's not such a big deal. It's a free. You should play it like uh, pick the players you feel the players you feel are gonna do great. Uh, I have same team. Expect Robinson. That's nice, I guess. So probably I'm gonna keep it, right? If you have the same team like me, that's okay. Hi part Goer, thank you so much for joining the stream. How are you? Have Pope, Trippier, Anery, and Trent starting. That's great. That's a great team. Thank you so much for joining the stream. Really means a lot. Leave a like, guys, if you're new, if you enjoy this content. Hit that subscribe button. If you want to watch my content in the future also. It really means a lot. So yeah, I have also Pope, Trippier, Anuary, Sessegnon on bench, or I mean on the bench I would just go for Robinson if you don't uh, want to play Sessegnon in your starting 11. But personally, I think that Trippier, Anuary, and Trent are gonna get minutes, so you're not gonna need your bench. But obviously, make sure, guys, you have your bench ready with good players, because if something terrible happens, let's say a game is gonna be cancelled or something like that, you're gonna need your bench players. So hi Rev, thank you so much for joining the stream. Would you start Josesa or Leno? Um, it really depends if you want to double up on Wolves or if you want to double up on Fulham, I guess. I don't know which are your other defenders. I think that Jose's Wolverhampton are slightly uh, more likely to keep a clean sheet than Fulham, so I would just start Jose in that case, but make sure you have a good backup goalkeeper in case he doesn't play. So I should start Trent over Fulham defender. Now, personally, in my team, as you can see, I would start Robinson instead of Trent, but that's just because I don't want to take any risk. So, yeah, but if you're chasing, if you want to go a little bit different, just go for Trent. Hi Shakhtar Vaswani, thank you so much guys for joining. 26 people on this live stream, it means a lot. Really appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button if you're new. And yeah, give a like if you enjoy this content. Barnes or Murphy? Personally, I would go for Barnes. If you want to go safe, just go Murphy. If you want to take a little risk, go a little bit different and try to catch the upside, just go for Harvey Barnes. But you have that risk. You don't know. It is a possibility that Gordon is gonna start, but personally, I think that Barnes is gonna start, so that's just my opinion. Okay, so a lot of people are joining the live stream. Welcome, guys. Thank you so much for joining the stream. It really means a lot. If you're new, please let me know. Do you have any questions? Can I help you with something? This is how my team is lining up. This is my fleet. Now, I'm still unsure, but probably this is how I'm going to end up. Now, I really like Barnes, I really like Mbeumo, even a Mitoma would be a nice option in midfield. This is how my forward line is gonna look like. Raul, Isaac, Cunha. Uh, a little bit template, you're gonna see this team, these players on a lot of frees, obviously, but I think that they are good players. That's why they are picked by a lot of people, obviously. Um, yeah, I'm just thinking how I'm gonna end up. I think that I'm gonna go with Clivert instead of Beumo just because he's playing at home. Both are on penalties and he has the better fixture. Hi guys, Rishab, Jeff Jones, Abdullah, Supreme Devotka. Thank you so much guys for joining the stream. Really appreciate it. Hey Denis, really like your draft. I would like to know your thoughts about Iwobi against Southampton or Evan Nilsson against Man United. I really like Ivan Nilsson against Man United. I think that he has the most goal threat from all the forwards on every free. I really like him as an option. Now Iwobi is not really my kind of player. I would just pick Jimenez if you want to go for an attacker from Fulham. Start Trent or Cucurella. Personally, I would just start Cucurella. Barnes or Diaz. Who should I choose? I would go for Diaz, as you can see from my team. Strand Larsen or Wood or Clivert or Mbeumo, only one starts. Uh, If you look at the screen, I would go for Clivert, but it really depends. I would go for three forwards, as you can see from my screen, Raul, Isak, Cunha. But if you really want a player to start from those, I think that I would start Wood. So Strand Larsen or Wood, I would start Strand Larsen, honestly, because he has the better fixture. And Clivert or Mbeumo, I would start Clivert at the moment, I think. I'm reconsidering Clivert. United rotation makes them better defensively. Uh, I don't know. I mean, Dalot is gonna be out for Manchester United, so I don't know how good defensively are gonna be Manchester United. And also, Mbeumo is playing against Nottingham Forest away, which they were a great defense this season. Now they were bad against Spurs in the last round, but still, that doesn't mean they are not gonna defend anymore. Does Belmo had penalties? Yes, Belmo is on penalties for sure. Abdullah, uh, yeah, he is on penalties, and he was. Yeah, I think that this is how my team is going to look like. Now, guys, let's try to get to 40 likes. That would be amazing. And I thank you a lot for joining the stream. It really means a lot to me. This is how my team is probably going to look like if I just save it. Why not Sessegnon over Robinson? Just because of the risk. I'm not sure if Sessegnon is gonna get 60 minutes. That's the only problem. If not, I think that Sessegnon is obviously the better pick attacking wise. He with the more upside, but I just don't know. Don't want to go too different. Yeah, I think that this is how I'm gonna end up. Nothing to change. Let's refresh a little bit to make sure. My captain is gonna be Mohamed Salah. My vice captain Isak. Now, not that it does matter or something like that. Okay. So I'm going with double Newcastle defense. After all, really frustrating because I wish I had Barnes or Gordon. But yeah, hopefully my other players are gonna be okay. Possessa or Leno. Possessa, Samuel. I think that Wolverhampton have a better chance of keeping a clean sheet in particular, so I prefer Josesa. Cunha, uh, yeah, Cunha is gonna be in my team. Obviously, he's one of the best players this game week, I think. Apart from Salah Insa, what captain option would you suggest? I'm chasing some ranks, and so I'm looking for a differential captain. Probably Cunha, as Lecky said. I think that he's the third best captaincy option for this week. Probably. Now, if you want to go crazy, just go Palmer. But I don't know if I would do that. Fair enough, your rank is great. I wouldn't risk too much. Uh, yeah, yeah, that's the thing. Thank you so much, Sartak. I don't really want to risk too much. I want to try to get into that 1000k, but I think that it's possible without going super, super different. We are 2 minutes till the deadline, guys, so make sure your team is locked in. Your captaincy is okay, your bench order is okay. Now I should move here Cucurella to the second spot. Now, not like it's gonna matter too much. But yeah. Let me just make a screenshot here. Okay. Okay. Welbeck versus Raul. I would pick Raul Jimenez, but I think that Welbeck is a really nice option too. No problem with that. Uh, Kedarmat, thank you so much for joining the stream also. 38 likes. Thank you so much, guys, for the support. It really means a lot. So, Pope, Trippier, Anuary, Robinson, Clive Salah, Luis Diaz, Palmer, Raul Isaac, Cunha. This is going to be my treat for Blind Gaming 34. Yeah, I'm not gonna make any changes at the moment. I would just target the fixture for Raul Jimenez against Southampton, Kedarnath, Rudravaram. That's why I would pick Jimenez. But I think that both are good options for this week. Both are on penalties. So yeah, that's great. Well done with your rank, Denis. Thank you so much, Padayachi. Yeah, it really means a lot to me. For you, for supporting the channel, for joining the stream, watching my videos. That means a lot. That's the most important thing at the moment. Um, and yeah, thanks again. I'm gonna still stay a little bit more after the deadline. We are locked in for Blind Gaming 34. Hopefully, we're gonna have some luck, guys, this game week. I just wish you all to get some good green arrows. And firstly and most importantly, have a nice weekend. Stay with your loved ones. Um, and yeah, just enjoy the weekend. Okay, so the app is not working anymore. The deadline has passed. Yeah, hopefully I pressed the create button. Yeah, yeah, it's active. Steve, good luck, man. Thanks for all the advice. No problem. I mean, I wish my advice helped you a little bit. I tried to um, help a little bit now. Obviously, it's some picks are just not going to work out this gaming. I can foresee it, and obviously because we had so many options to go on the free, some players you had in your team are gonna do great. Some players you picked are not gonna do so great. So these things are gonna happen. But yeah, good luck, man. Thanks for the advice. See you. Have a great week. Thank you so much, Lecky07. Good luck this game week. Have a nice weekend. Um, I'm gonna stay a little bit to see for sure if Palmer is gonna start for Chelsea. And yeah, we can discuss a little bit. I'm scared of Newcastle midfield. Yeah, I'm scared too. Yeah, really frustrating. I couldn't go for a Newcastle midfielder, but it is what it is. I choose the super safe way, so at least I'm not gonna worry about if they are gonna start or not. Just a second. Um, Thanks for solving all my doubts, doubts, brother. Have a great week. Thank you so much for joining the stream. Potential difference. It really means a lot to me that you remained here for such a big period of time. That's the most important thing for me. So, Yeah, really appreciated. Um, and thanks a lot. Okay, I'm just posting my team on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. So that's why I'm not speaking, but we're gonna take a look at on Twitter also in a minute to see um, the people what they chose on their feed. Now, this was my free team for Gaming 34. Thankfully, it's over, honestly, because it was a really frustrating week to just think a lot about which midfielder from Newcastle to pick. Are they risks or not? Which player to pick? Clivert, Mbeumo, Mitoma, Palmer? Is he a good pick or not? There was a little bit of thinking um, this gaming, so yeah. Okay. Good luck, Muhin. Thank you so much. Why don't give the challenge now? What challenge? I don't really know about the FPL challenge and how it works. May the Palmer start over Bone from your advice. Hopefully he holds. Now, Lecky, hopefully um, it works for both of us. I can't guarantee it. I hope that you're not gonna be mad at me if Palmer is gonna blank or something like that. I honestly think that Palmer is a better pick than Bowen this game week. Obviously, it's like uh, he's a better player than Bowen, but the form is just not there. Now, hopefully, he's gonna hold for both of us. Hopefully, it's gonna work out. If we move a little bit to Twitter, um, also, guys, if you want to follow me on Twitter, X, feel free to do so. Instagram or TikTok. I'm currently making content on a lot of platforms. So yeah, if you we have also a Discord group. You can see it on in the description. Nah, bro, I won't be mad at you if he gets a red. Hopefully, he's gonna not get a minus points at least, right? Okay, so uh, let's see a little bit what's going on Twitter. So this was my team. Oh, the zoom really big. Um, this was my team for Gaming 34. If anyone just entered the stream, so double Newcastle defense, Enyo Cunha, pretty obvious picks. Isaac, again, Jimenez maybe. I'm really curious about his effective ownership. I'm really curious about Palmer and Raul Jimenez and Luis Diaz. Why not? I think that he's gonna be in a lot of free teams. Honestly, Clivert, Salah is gonna be my captain. Robinson, yeah, my bench. Uh, it's strong also. Leno, Beumo. Now, hopefully, I'm not gonna need it. Uh, FPL Pickle, she was on stream. She is playing really different, and her rank, as you can see, is 1.3k, so a little bit close to mine. Henry Cecino Livramento, Sanchez in goal, okay. Palmer on the bench, Salah, Beumo, Luis Diaz, Barnes. Yeah, I really like that. Van Larsen, Welbeck, Isak. So she pretty much is playing against Cunha. Now, yeah, like I have a mini league. You can see in the description of the stream, right? Now, the mini league I started it really late, so that's why not a lot of people are in it. Okay, so it's not in the description of the stream, but it is in the description of my videos and in the description of my channel. So you should see it there. 39 likes, guys. Please give me one more like. Let's try to get to 40. That would be a nice achievement for this stream. And yeah, hit that subscribe button if you're new. Um, Support this channel if you want to see more content. I started a little bit late this season, but uh, from next season I'm gonna start really early. So yeah, if you want to impressive finishes in other season, yeah, I mean, uh, I wasn't great. I mean, I started playing FPL from 2018. When the first time I played FPL, I got into 100k. Now, last season also 21k, some finishes, 30k finishes, 125, and also my worst finish in 2019 was 350, and in 2022 also 220,000. So yeah, but this season for sure is going to be my best finish overall. Hi Lando Carl, thank you so much for joining the stream. Good luck to you also. And yeah, really happy to see you on the stream. Subscribe to this channel if you're new, if you enjoy this content, obviously. So let's see. FPL Harry, also I'm on my first season, but only on 280k. That's great. I mean, uh, I finished 200k on my 6 or 7 season also. So for your first season, I think that's uh, a great finish, to be honest with you. Now Harry with Pope, Cessignon, Enury, Cucurella, Palmer, Murphy, Luis Diaz, Salah, Wood. He got um, yeah, he picked Wood as his third striker. Really interesting. I think that he's a great option too. So nothing. Let's see, Ben Kremlin. So he's helping us with all the predictions for the double gamings, for the blank gamings. If you want to give him a follow on Twitter. That's how all the content creator know when the possibilities for double gamings are gonna be like, because of the help from Ben Kremlin. And he also is a great FPL manager. As you can see, his rank is 2.5k. Leno, Enury, Trippier, Cucurella, Luis Diaz, Barnes, Palmer. Yeah, pretty standard here. And let's see, Andy, free hit, Pope, Semedo, Sa, Trippier. Okay, so he got Barnes in the end. Interesting. Yeah, yes, our Sanchez starts. That would be really annoying. Obviously, for both goalkeepers to not start, because we know that Sa is just back for Wolves, and Sanchez was benched before. That would be really funny and sad also. But yeah, I see that a lot of people are going with Salah, Luis Diaz, Palmer. Obviously, that forward line, Isak, Cunha, Raul is for everyone. Pras, another good FPL manager and content creator. Murphy, okay. David Moyes is set to start. Nathan Patterson at right back as Everton face Chelsea at Stamford Bridge this afternoon. Okay, so Keane is not gonna play, I guess. Unless Palmer is on crutches, he will be on the pitch. Surely we cannot get top 5 without him. Okay. Mm, yeah. In 1 minute, we should see the lineups for Chelsea and Everton. Thanks a lot, guys, for being on the stream. We can talk about anything you want. Do you support any team? Yes, of course. If you probably you didn't observe, guys. Uh, so this is a T-shirt from Liverpool, and I'm wearing it just because I think that it's gonna be a special weekend for us. Liverpool, yeah, I think that we are gonna win the league mathematically this uh, this weekend. So yeah, I'm a big fan of Liverpool. Now, obviously, I'm not from England, but it doesn't really matter. I feel like a part of Liverpool, so yeah. Okay, so Pickford, Patterson, Brian, Braithwaite, Mikolenko. Okay, so Keane is not playing. That's maybe not good news for Palmer. Ducure, Harrison, Njai, and Beto. Let's see the Chelsea lineup. Any minute now. Oh, I support Man United and Fulham. No problem. I'm not gonna make fun of Manchester United on the stream just because you're here. So yeah, thanks. I mean, yeah, finally, we win a Premier League and it's not COVID. So nah, man, I forgot to sub out Tonali for Diaz. Oh, that feels bad. Okay, so Palmer is starting, bruh. Sorry, man, but who knows? Tonali recently scoring a lot of goals. So now this is the lineup for Chelsea: Sanchez, Chaloba, Colwell, Cucurella. No surprises here. Lavia, Enzo, Madueke, Palmer, Neto, Jackson. Now Jackson playing is good news for Palmer. It's looking like Palmer is gonna play as a number 10 in this game. Uh, with Neto and Madueke on the wings probably. So yeah, Palmer is starting. Uh, we got some points already. Now hopefully gonna be okay. Come on. Tonali, I guess could be the best move of the season. I really forgot to press the save button. I'm sorry for you, meme lands. Uh yeah, let's see. It could still go okay. Okay, so Rhys James is benched, so I was right to avoid him. I mean, I just didn't thought too much about Rhys James in my team. Hoping for differentials Tonali. I mean, he scored some goals in the last game weeks. He definitely can do that. Hope it works out. Okay, guys, so we're almost close to 3 hours on my deadline stream. Uh, I think that we're gonna wrap it here. Um, Thank you so much for joining the stream and for staying so long. It really means a lot. I wish you all to have a really nice weekend with all your friends and loved ones. Um to get some good green arrows. If you enjoy the content, please consider leaving a like on your way out. Let's try to get to 40 likes. That would be amazing. And yeah, hit that subscribe button if you're new to this channel. If you want to see more, if you want to support the channel, it really means a lot. That's the most important thing. And yeah, thanks again for being here. I'm gonna see you next time. Maybe we're gonna do a deadline a stream after the game week ends, but if not, I'm gonna see you with my next videos next week and my other deadline stream. See you. Bye.